Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. Friday, March 13th. We're going to review 0-day options. Took on SPY and the small count challenge. Still going. Today continued war trading more or less. I think we gapped up this morning. This is Eric's chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. I've got a link for his Discord too. So he's basically my mentor. His Discord's linked in the description. So gapped up this morning, had a gap below us. Still below the 5-day for these last 2 days. Retested it on Wednesday. Completed this inverse cup here today. So we're probably at the bottom Bollinger too. Still haven't quite hit 200-day. We're getting there. Good buying opportunity potentially for some shares long term. Pick up on SPY. This morning, let's see, was I late? I was late. Sometimes I like being late just because enough actions happen. I can kind of just go through and quick charting everything, and I don't feel like I'm misled as much by the noise. So I didn't get a whole lot of different algos or channels or whatever today, which is good. I like fewer, just more concise. And some days it's probably not as many competing, not as many that are present, or I just don't see as many. But yeah, I got around, let's see, probably 10, 15. It was like here. Yeah, we'd already completed this inverse cup and we're grinding down. I didn't quite have purple yet. I actually moved around quite a bit. I had gold for the precision buying. Green I put in later for the precision selling, but I didn't really need it. Purple, I was looking for the bearish controlled buying so I could get a position later on, and I ended up with something. Yeah, I had this so I had this somewhere in here, based on this resistance, flipping to this support and then back to that resistance. Then you can kind of see it appearing right there again with this support, and then it broke it here, increased volume, little retest. So yeah, that's where I got the purple from. I was basically waiting for that to build the handle on this inverse cup that overshot. So overshot, and then red. I actually did. Let's see, when did I get red in there? Yeah, I actually got red before it even hit here. So I didn't have this line down here, but it didn't really matter. I wasn't in a position, but I had it from up here, this resistance, but I actually got it from right here. These supports right here, and then flipping to that resistance right there. That's where I got red from. And you can kind of see it show up here a little bit. And then of course, like the very top of the range, it's right here. And then I pulled it down here and just lined up perfectly with where that hit. Anyways, that hit. I got white for the precision selling, which isn't quite as aggressive as the green, but it's one that you could use for runners, you know, if you take more aggressive profits on that the first break of green or whatever profit target is. Have this one for the excess. So broke that. I put my purple down here, and what do you know? It perfectly rejected and bounced. Rejected, whatever. It's an upside down bounce. Rejected that purple for a big retest. And the whole way up here, I was thinking that'd be really nice retest here. I also, of course, had this line, which was kind of the channel. So we ended up selling this channel. And so I'm like, okay, this would be my end all stop. This would be where I'd maybe go long. So this is where I'd stop on this red. So when it came up here and I start seeing candles, I'm like, all right, a retest on purple would be great. And it comes up and then I'm like, I better put gold in here, because I don't want to just jump in on, you know, as it's buying up in a strong channel. I want to at least break gold, and then it just rips aggressively enough to where it's pretty far away from gold, and I'm like, oh man. And then it's rejecting purple a little bit. It's starting to retest it. The problem here with an entry for me, which I should have done it, but my thought process was it very well could continue on up to red or grind up purple to red. And maybe it wouldn't have been, yeah, I mean, I see it push through sometimes, and I didn't want that to be my stop that far up. So when it hit this red candle, then I'm like, all right, well, hopefully it'll kind of come up and grind up more before it breaks the gold. Because I was like, I'll get in it once it breaks gold. But then it just came down to flush and broke it down here. I'm like, oh man, because my stop would ultimately be up there. I wasn't thinking of putting the white in at that point, which was dumb. Sorry about that. Maybe the green, but I'm like, it's too aggressive. It's probably not going to hold in that. I could have put the green in there by then, though, as you can see. So just to manage my stops, manage my risks. But yeah, in hindsight, I'm thinking, okay, it retests here. I should have put the white. I could have traded in the white. Once I saw this candle, I could have opened it there. Not even worried about it breaking gold yet. Managed it with the white. This is hindsight for sure. I feel like it's safer oftentimes, or always, to at least wait for the most aggressive buying to break before you get puts. Unless it was up here. If it was at this kind of resistance right here, I would have been much more comfortable, because then my stop line is coming down in the right direction. This one's moving in the wrong direction. Anyways, all those reasons. I didn't get it right on the perfect retest, even though it was so nice. And such a nice entry right there. And then it broke the gold, and I did put a limit order. Let's see, at 1037. Is that here? No, I guess maybe I didn't. I thought I put a limit order. No, I didn't. So it came down. I think I looked at it breaking gold. I'm like, oh, I need to wait now, because I'm basically in the middle of the wedge. Red being the top. This looks red, but this is actually purple. I'm like, I can't open it here because my stop's still going to be way up here. And even if it's white, it could rally up. So middle of the wedge, I'm not going to open it. If it breaks, great, I'll open it down there. If it comes back up here and retest, then I'll open it up there. So I let it come down, didn't fully retest, and I canceled the order. I did have an order there. Why isn't it? Because I remember canceling it. Oh, this one I canceled. Oh, this one I canceled. Yeah, so I did put a limit order there. It didn't fill. I didn't want to chase it just because of those other reasons. I canceled it on this green candle. I'm like, all right, I better cancel this thing, because if it retests here, I'm gonna get filled like way down here. So I canceled it. It comes up and actually retests the white selling, just like we had here, very like nicely. I considered it there, but I'm still in the wedge, so I'm like, I'll just wait. Big red candle flushes through, closes below. I'm like, all right, it's not as nearly as nice of a risk to reward, but there's more confirmation because it broke this purple, and my take profit's gonna have to be by red, because so far I've been selling that red. And so yeah, I think that's where I got my first one. $1.67 I got filled at 1041. So on this candle, it was a limit order. Yeah, limit. So limit to open, build it here. And let's see. Yeah, I put another limit to get more. So if it comes up a little more, I could have gotten filled on a couple more. Just kind of being greedy on those limit orders to enter. Just makes it easier to manage the trade, and yeah, lets the market come to me a little bit. But in this case it didn't, so it just came down. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll just stick with a 1, which was fine. We were pretty far away from white at that point, which kind of was my stop. Maybe it was green. Yeah, it could have been green. So it came down, and then this price action was actually pretty slow and grindy. I think about here's where I closed it, because yeah, it was close enough, and next candle broke the green. Wait a minute. Yeah, this was a market to close. Market to closed on this candle right here, right there, right as it broke green, close enough to the red. I closed it there. That was $1.67 to $2.12. So percentage wise, you know, I'm happy about it. It was about 668, 11, 667. It was about a point. So pretty good range here still, even though it looks pretty grindy. Like this, for this to be a point, that's not bad at all. So nice first one in the books. Happy about it. Price action looked pretty clear. I liked the retest. I'm like, all right, next time retest, throw in that white and just use that to manage, and just go for it. And don't wait for it to go all the way back up to the very top of that wedge. But it is a Friday and it's kind of grindy, and so I was happy with those profits. I didn't know what I was up, but I was up something. And I'm 1 for 1, which always feels good to have high accuracy. And let's see, so I canceled then at 1045. Yeah, I canceled my buy order here at 1045, the one I set up there. Came down, broke below here. I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not gonna try and chase this. The whole like retest on this is nice if it works, but early morning and I'm just not very comfortable with it. I didn't do it, and we do have white selling here, so I could have managed risk with that, but yeah, it's fine. So I missed this little head and shoulders down here, so it did break it, and then basically it's retesting and making little head and shoulders to continue down. But the retest, like it's here, it's not like right here. So I don't know. Missed that one, which is fine. It's a small trade. Next one, let's see. More. So came back up, came down. Okay, yeah. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so came down, came up. So this threw me off a little bit having this red here then, because then I'm like, well, if it comes back above it, is that bullish? No, it shouldn't be. Maybe this red line's just wrong. And so I'm like, I'm just going through the different stuff. But I still have this purple bit liquidity on, and it perfectly retested it, and I failed again. I didn't put white in, because at this point I'm thinking it could trend all the way up to here, you know. But it's easy if it retests it, just throw in your white and manage risk with that. Given on this one, it wouldn't have been quite as clean of a move, because I would have closed out probably here. Maybe I would have held through this candle, then it would have been sick, but it still would have been a little green trade. And some days if I'm just trading more aggressive, even if I don't catch it right here, I'll still jump in like here, just after it started to do its move. But today I just, you know, was just trying to trade slow and being a Friday. So I didn't catch this, even though the exact same thing happened. And I said, all right, that's what I'm doing next time. And I didn't get that one. But it felt good. Having high accuracy, charting seemed to be accurate. And so I'm in another one right here. So same deal as I did there. 11.24 on this candle. I think this was a market maybe. No, this is a limit also. So limit ordered here. Issue with this one. A couple things. Retrace, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't bad. On the 30-minute, at that point we were testing, where is it? This line. Was it that one? There's some big level. Yeah, I think it was this one. 930. No, it was this one right here. This level, this yellow level, which didn't mean a whole lot to me, but Eric does have it there as a horizontal level. As well as we're pretty far away from this green, meaning it won't necessarily just sell off without tracking over to the green as resistance. So for those reasons, when I got in here, I'm like, I don't know, I'm just gonna keep dumping. I did like, of course, the move down to here was big enough. But I got in, I put green there. It was pretty far away even from green, which is my steepest selling. And so kind of just slowed down. It was low of day already. Like, yeah. So, and it was at 11:30. I just didn't feel it a whole lot. But I was able to get another one on a limit order. So got another one here, and I was just like ready to sell them pretty much right away, because I'm like, this doesn't feel quite right. So I got the first one at 129 and then 132, and it was my second fill, and didn't keep going down. It was low of day. 30-minute was pretty big, and then it broke this green. I'm like, I should just get out of these. I don't need to be a hero on these at all. So 129, 132 were my buys. I sold the first one for $1.37, so small green trade there. I sold it on this candle. I think there were so these were actually limit at the ask. So I just put limit at the ask to try and get some nice fills before we broke this green, because it looked like we're going to. At least want to get out of one of them, kind of de-risk a little bit. And then the next one was a market at 11.28 once we did this candle. And that one was for $1.32, so basically break even on that second one. Yeah, I could have limit ordered, but at that point I was done trying to manage this, because I didn't want to come all the way over to white. So yeah, it did end up coming down, and you could have gotten it on the retrace here. It's pretty small moves here at this point. Could have gotten on the little retrace of purple, and I guess used white again for your managed risk. But yeah, it's starting to taper, like you can see it. And on the 30-minute, we're pretty far away. I don't know. So I was like, I'll just leave it there. So those were both green trades though, which I was happy about. And I even scaled into the second one, which was just crazy. Such a small little move. Yeah, so close that one. And then, yeah, I kept watching it, went and ate, did a bunch of stuff. Got stuff done, which was good. I'm like, any distractions during the middle of the day, keep me away from the market. So if I have stuff to do that I'm motivated enough to do, then it's good. And came back, let's see. I mean, yeah, I really just grinded today. Charted a little bit when I came back at sometime. 238 was my first trade, so it was just grinding down. And I put in this white right here for these resistances and this support. Didn't really retest that support, but I liked it for the resistances and another tapering channel. And still just played with purple for the bearish controlled buying, which it looked like it was still kind of respecting. Still buying and selling into that, it looked like, but maybe on the bigger time frame in this white. But I'm not sure. Kind of went all over the place here. So yeah, then came back and was watching it. It broke my first red channel up there, right here. And it also broke the white simultaneously. So I thought I should probably get some exposure here for a retracement since we've been tapering and hasn't built, kind of built an inverse head here, but yeah, I guess this whole thing could be a head. Yeah, pretty much what happened, but this could still be a bear flag, which looks like what it turned out being. So anyways, I got a little fill right here, a 238. So I was quite late to that actually. Yeah, I kind of chased this one a bit, I guess. Wow, is that really what I did? Yeah, I guess I wasn't at the computer for this right here, and I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. I came back, it grinded up. I maybe was using purple for my stops. That's why I put this in here. This was a limit order. What else did I have? Is it just purple? Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would grind up purple and then rip up into this orange to kind of come back to VWAP for end of day type move. But it just started grinding up in purple, and 0 day, end of day doesn't favor that very much. So, but I got a nice fill because it was limit open. And then I remember I had to go, and this trade was just going too slow. So let's see, it did rally up. It rallied up right here, and it was up probably like 35% just from here to here, just because it's late in the day. And so I actually had to take off right then. So I put a trailing stop on it, which I try not to do, but you can't always trust them. First of all, they don't always close, and then the whole contract will just become worthless if you can't close it. And of course, with 0 day options, it's like doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're getting 5 cent or 10 cent little rips all the time. So, but I kind of need to do it because I had to go. So I bought it 58 cents, opened a trailing stop. I think like beginning of this candle, or no, like this candle, like it was like at 70 cents. I think when I opened it, it rallied up probably to 80 cents, and then it trailed me out. Trail stopped me out on this candle right here. So it was a nice exit, really. But I typically wouldn't do that if I didn't have to. So it X'd me for 73 cents. So not bad for this little silly move right here end of day. And that was it. You know, I saw this happening here, and it broke purple again, but it's been breaking purple, and I don't know. I suppose like this is just ugly if you. So I don't know. Potentially could have gotten it here, and then of course now it's seeing it now, but in the moment it just didn't look good. End of day, it had completed this inverse cup, and then I did see this little handles, head and shoulders, and breaking the purple, but it's too smart of a move. Friday, I'm already up. I was like, I don't need to force it. So, didn't try and take this one. Some days I would, but not today, and I was happy with that. Here's the trades. We did it. We did a green day on a Friday. Unbelievable, especially a grindy day. They're the ones we just went over, and here's our performance today. 68 bucks. So thankful. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Sub up, like up, comment down. Have a nice 6th round. See you on Monday. Peace out.